Welcome, Quincy. We're going to be doing the free coaching session today. It's going to be very simple. You've already sent me a list of questions. I'm going to go ahead and go through them briefly and then answer them, as best as I can and explain why, as always. At the end of each question, as always, just let me know if you need any further clarification. And at the end of the call, something that you guys aren't going to see, but I'll be sending Quincy a bunch of relative information and videos to be correcting anything that, is an issue, etc. But just for the purposes of this, let's go ahead and get into it. So you just recently told me you got a tattoo on your arm. I was going to ask you to show it off, but I guess you can't with that shirt on.
That would be so,
I'll put a picture on the screen. I'll put a picture on the screen. It's a pretty badass tattoo. It's Castle in the Sky. But anyways, one of your questions, and I get this a lot actually, because I'm covered in tattoos, is after I get a tattoo, what's up with working out? Can I train? Can I work out? Is it good? Is this bad? Well, I know very well, because again, I got like 40% of my body covered in ink. So I always work out. I don't take breaks from working out. And when I get tattoos, or even when I'm hospitalized, that doesn't change anything. But let me explain it to you guys real simple. When you get a tattoo, here's what the tattoo artist is primarily concerned with. He's concerned with the skin stretching, and he's concerned with salt getting into the actual, the raw injury there. So if either one of those things happen, you can get disfiguration to the tattoo. So you don't want either one of those things to happen. So where you got it, for example, it's kind of like this area here, right? It's about like this.
A little lower in the back.
Sorry, a little bit lower. But long story short, for you, it's very simple. You just make sure that you exercise with minimal clothing. You exercise in a well air-conditioned room, and you do your sets, well, the way we've talked about doing your sets, which is actually you would just be performing with your right arm, your biceps, your triceps, and all of your shoulder movements, but you would not do them for your left arm. Now, it's okay to do that. One of the benefits would be actually is when you use unilateral training, or you're training with just one arm, bilateral training, where you're just training with one arm at a time. It's actually a lot better because you get a carryover effect. So by training the right half of your body, your left half actually gets trained a little bit as well. I mean, I'm not going to get into the neurology right now, but it's how it works. So you can still continue to train the other side of your body if you want to. It's not necessary. The reason I would say this is you can still train everything else. So you can train your complete lower body, you can train your core, you can train most of your back, and none of these have anything to do with your arm at all. You don't have to touch your arm to do any of these movements. The only thing I would say is just stay away from your chest. That might stretch the skin in that particular place. And just, try to keep it not moving, and just don't sweat. So just keep an AC on constantly. That's all. But as far as exercise is concerned, there's no problem with exercise. Just don't move the skin and don't sweat. And both of those are accomplished very easily with the training style that we do, as long as it's in an air-conditioned environment. And again, you can take time between your sets, between your reps. Make sure your central nervous system calms down so you're not sweating really bad. Drink plenty of water. It's not that hard to do. It really isn't. Another good trick you can use, actually increases your power as well, is dip your hands into ice water in between sets. It'll cool your body down rapidly, and it actually kind of slows, it does a lot of things, but it'll increase recovery time and power output. I'm not going to get into it in this video. But anyway, so that's the tattoo. Any questions about that?